Where do you hide the stuff, Nelson? Where do you hide the lettuce?
What do you think that is? I can't imagine it was so many seasons ago. I think in one of the dances I thought that was...
Oh, no, Sir Anthony. I promise you those days, or perhaps I should say nights, are over. Those days when 3 or 4 ladies were dependent on me for their favors, all gone.
Oh, come now, Charles, don't disillusion me. I always look to you as an example of what is possible as the years inexorably advance.
Well, the good red wine, the occasional Havana, and then...
The occasional?
Well...
Oh, please, Charles, lie to me if you have to.
Him. You have a moment, Charles.
Excuse me, sir.
Bravo.
Impertinent, I know, but forgive me, you are French.
Yes, I'm French.
Oh, I knew it. Please, could you do me a great favor?
Favor?
I must know. Could you do me a little twirl?
Twirl?
You know, turn round like that. Twirl. Oh.
Oh. Anthony, you haven't changed. You are as crazy as ever.
I could never forget your twirl. Such a long time.
Yes.
I've missed you, Diane.
I suppose it is not too surprising that you should be here.
C'est le destin, eh? Have you missed me?
A little.
You were always prone to exaggeration.
Yes, Diane. So wonderful to see you again.
Oh, Charles.
Charles, this is a special occasion. It calls for one of your Blue Angel specials.
Oh, no, I think...
Yeah, I insist. It is a moment of destiny.
Destiny? Oh, then it must be a special Blue Angel special.
Large whiskey and soda, Charles.
Might I ask
Yes?
what you're doing in London?
I am just a bird of passage.
An exotic bird of passage might be prey to hunters.
Anthony, what do you mean?
I just thought you might be playing one of your dangerous games.
Dangerous game? What are you talking about? I sing for my supper, and that is all.
Men?
No, man.
Is that to be believed?
I think so. Anyway, you have not to ask such questions.
True. Might I ask another question?
No.
I will anyway. Are you in London for long?
Is that the last question?
If you insist.
I leave the day after tomorrow.
Then perhaps we'll see each other again.
I trust these will not disappoint.
Thank you, Charles.
Merci.
They look magnificent. What a marvelous blue. The Sphinx's inscrutable smile.
It is so good to see you again, Anthony.
Ah, madame. No.
Funny.
Funny?
I only grow older, but you only grow more beautiful.
I'd almost forgotten
Forgotten?
how charming you can be.
Paris.
What about Paris?
It's a long time since I was there. Has it changed?
Paris never changes.
So if I go, I won't be disappointed.
Well, what can I say?
Mustn't forget this.
Oh, thank you. How did Nelson seem?
Oh, same as always, you know. Smile, a joke.
Oh, can I have one of those?
Of course. Nelson.
I said no more questions.
So you did.
Anthony, I think it's better that I leave now. Mon sac!
Stop, please!
Sorry, old bean. Stop, Pete! Stop, Pete! Paul, I am seriously out of condition. I must really think about taking some exercises. It's very embarrassing, sir. It's really most embarrassing. All in the line of duty, Paul. Yes. When he dropped it, I didn't know whether to go after him or pick it up.
The money is gone, of course. But I still have my passport.
I shall reimburse you the cash. After all, if you hadn't been talking to me.
Oh, don't be silly. It was not your fault.
Anything else missing?
Yes, an envelope. How important it was, I really have no idea.
I should think it was very important. Well, Paul, we've got it.
Yes, sir. I got it.
So, what's in it?
I have no idea. I resisted the temptation.
Incredible. Something I could never do.
We are aware of that, sir.
Get us a drink, will you? So, this is it.
It is. And I hope I'm never called upon to repeat such an episode, sir.
But it's not sealed down. Surely it must have been sealed down.
It was. I took the precaution of steaming it open in case at some later date we might need to replace the contents.
Good thinking.
Thank you, sir.
Do you say, Paul, you haven't so much as peeked?
I thought it only proper to wait, sir.
Extraordinary.
You wanted a drink, sir?
Please. Thank you, Paul.
Ah, what can they stand for?
Royal Navy.
Oh, Mother dear, what have we here that looks like strawberry jam?
Hush, hush, my dear. 'Tis Pa, run over by a tram.
What on earth does it all mean?
Well, Nelson must have been confident that Diane would understand it.
Nelson, that's our letter N.
And Hemmings, the other letters are.
This, I think, is going to tax our ingenuity.
And our patience.
Mr. Lorne, let us first consider that she has a criminal record.
No.
No? You defended her.
Successfully. Therefore, she has no criminal record.
Let me rephrase that. Criminal tendencies.
She has new associates.
Well, let's reconsider the artifact. Black predominates. Black. What do we associate with black?
The Grim Reaper.
Death.
Red.
Blood.
13.
Macabre mixture.
Paul.
So,
What's the date?
the 11th.
And the day after tomorrow will be the 13th.
Almost inevitably, sir.
You're being sarcastic.
Well, of course, the 13 may have nothing to do with the date, sir.
Black may have nothing to do with death.
And red? Yes, as Ford remarked concerning history, it could all be bunk.
Let us tack about. R and N. Let us consider these letters.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant!
What is it, Chief? What's happening?
Nothing's happening. You're snoring.
Sorry. Must have dropped off. We're getting impatient, Nelson. Very impatient. Waiting for that nod of your head.
Well, so much for the dansant. Now for the tea.
J'ai très faim.
Oh. Right. This way. More tea? Thank you. Tomorrow's the 13th, you know. You should never travel on the 13th.
13 is my lucky number.
Oh, really?
All good things happen to me on the 13th. Twice I've won on the lottery on the 13th.
Pity.
Pity.
No, I didn't mean that. But if you were more superstitious, perhaps you'd stay.
Man think because you are a singer, you must be stupid, dizzy.
I never think of you as dizzy. Now, the cake. Marzipan looks good.
You have it.
Oh, nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Chateau d'Yquem. My country place.
Anthony, we must not think of Chateau d'Yquem.
How can you resist? You, who could never resist temptation.
What are you doing to me, Anthony? I told you, it is impossible.
If it's impossible, it's impossible.
Now you have the pick.
No, I do not have the pique. Not at all. How did Nelson seem?
What?
That's what you asked Charles when he gave you the envelope. It was Nelson Hemmings you were talking about.
I do not wish to talk about Nelson.
Bizarre
Bizarre.
that a villain like that should have the name of one of our greatest heroes.
I never thought of this before.
England expects and all that.
And his Lady Hamilton?
Oh, yes, he was an audacious fellow.
Oh, yes, very audacious.
You've always liked audacity, dear.
Yes, I have.
Come on. Let's go home.
No, Anthony, it is simply not possible. Anthony.
Coffee, mademoiselle? Sir Anthony sends his compliments and wishes me to tell you that he is taking a canter.
A canter?
Oh, allow me, mademoiselle.
This is very strange.
Yes, it is rather strange. I would agree, mademoiselle. Between ourselves, I would say that Sir appears to be brooding.
Brooding?
Sir Anthony tells me you're rather partial to the boiled egg. Soft, medium, rather on the hard side.
Brooding?
Or perhaps you care to try my coddled egg. Sir Anthony has rather a penchant for the coddled egg.
Brooding?
Cows.
Anthony, you make me very uncomfortable sitting and staring. Are you going to tell me what you are brooding about or not?
Is it a good egg?
Perfect.
Paul's very good with eggs. It's very difficult, you know, to get them just right. Watery eggs are disgusting. You should try his coddled eggs.
Anthony, you are not brooding over eggs.
Oh, funny that, brooding over eggs.
Anthony, please.
All right, dear. I'll confess it. I don't care to admit it, but I woke up and I looked at you and suddenly
Suddenly?
I had a visit from the green-eyed monster.
Green-eyed monster?
A definite twinge of jealousy.
Oh, Anthony.
Yeah, I know. But that Nelson fellow. What kind of game have you been up to with a crook like Nelson Hemmings?
All right. Now I will confess. It was not business with Nelson. To begin with, I did not even know he was a crook. He was an admirer. And he had a certain je ne sais quoi.
You mean you fell for him?
If you like. Why not? He was attractive to me. And I have a Catholic taste in man. What about you with women?
Well, if I'm honest, I suppose I'm even more hypocritical than you, Diane.
But he's no good. He has lied, cheated, played such tricks. Un vrai monstre. If he's in trouble now, well, c'est la vie.
Oui, suppose it is. Why did you come to see Hemmings if you dislike him so much?
You see, Anthony, what you make me do.
I shouldn't play billiards before lunch. Why did you come over from Paris?
I don't know.
But you must, surely.
No, I promise you. Some kind of curiosity, perhaps. Some weakness.
Ah, weakness. Really, what you're saying is your attraction for Hemmings lingers on. Your certain je ne sais quoi.
I told you, Anthony, he was a two-sided man. One side was attractive to me, and the other one was offensive. He was only interested in material things. He had no interest in music or paintings. And his only reading was a cheap série noire, the result of the stock exchange, La Bourse, or Wall Street. Now, Anthony, do we play or do we not?
That note Charles gave you, which unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, disappeared when your handbag was stolen. You have no idea what it might have been about?
No. No, I've no knowledge at all.
But, you must be curious. I know I'm curious. Diane, I have a suggestion to make. Why don't we drive into town and have lunch at the plaza? Perhaps Charles has got a second message. So there was no second message?
No. Maybe this is for the best. I used to read to him Stendhal.
Stendhal?
Would you believe it? He had never heard of him.
There's probably not a lot of Stendhal in the prison library.
I used to read for my most favorite novel.
Thank you, Charles. And what would that be?
Le Rouge et le Noir.
What?
Le Rouge et Noir. The red and the black. I say it was unbelievable that he had never heard of Stendhal. Anthony.
What, if anything, Paul, do you know about Stendhal?
A pseudonym of Henri Marie Belle, French novelist of the 19th century, notable for two works, La Chartreuse de Parme and Le Rouge et le Noir. Le Rouge et le Noir?
Exactly, Paul. The red and the black. What a sickeningly clever fellow you are.
Yes, sir. Does that mean...
Yes, Paul, it does. This is the vital clue. Tomorrow morning, Diane leaves for Paris, and we, Paul, return to X marks the spot.
This is it, Nelson. We're going from 5, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Quickly, Chief, they've come up with Nelson.
Eureka! What did I tell you? The red and the black. And now for Diane's lucky number 30. What the devil's this?
Well, obviously, it's a statue on a plinth.
Oh, that's a great help.
Where you are, everybody. Come along, keep perfectly still.
Get your hands up. Up.
Up!
Gentlemen.
The mixer. Bloody mixer.
6, 7, 8, 9 for the bank, and 1 for us.
2 for us.
No, sir, no. Remember the rule, 10%. 10% precisely, sir.
I was thinking about Diane.
Oh, in that case, sir, may I suggest 5% and 5%, sir?
You know, Paul,
Sir?
there are times you make me feel something of a heel.
But a very well-heeled heel, sir.
Miss Diane, for you.
Merci, Charles.
It seems you always get envelopes here.